So with light pollution, one of the critical concerns is this concept of nocturnal ecology. It's also called scotobiology. One of the big ecological impacts of light pollution is that it causes the swarming of insects, which means that instead of insects going about their nightly business, they're drawn to the light sources and they're brought into cities and towns. Well, if people would take out their white lights or their lights that have any blue spectrum in them and put in the bug-friendly yellow lights, the insects no longer care. They'll stay where they're supposed to be. They won't come onto your property. But then the next level, kind of up the food chain as it relates to this scotobiology, are bats. And I love bats. They're fascinating creatures who are truly suffering because of light pollution. One of the big problems is this thing called the commuter problem, where the insects, because of our artificial lights, don't stay in the riparian area or the little pond or the water, so that when the bats fly to this area, they can get food and water in the same location at the same time. A bat drinks by skimming the water so that their belly fur collects little tiny water droplets, and then hanging upside down, their tongue comes out and they lick the water droplets off their fur. Kind of a tough way to stay hydrated, right? But it's not as big of a problem in a normal environment because the water is also where the insects are. Light pollution takes the food and it puts it over there. So now the bats have to fly from the cave here to get a drink of water, to fly back to hang upside down, to lick off the belly fur there, to then fly out to be able to collect the bugs that aren't in the water anymore. And it's creating an undue burden on bat ecology. So with all these different issues as it relates to light pollution, I'm hugely optimistic. I actually now am in a business where I charge people to hear me complain about the artificial light, and they thank me at the end of the presentation. So I know that there's receptive audiences out there, and I've seen some great change. I get wonderful email coming back from people who've convinced their community or their neighborhood that they can do a better job with light pollution. It's one of those things, I think, that if you're faced with a lot of the big problems of the world, this is a fairly easy one. Get a different light fixture, turn off your lights, close your blinds at night, something anybody can do today, and feel like they're being part of the solution.